Alright, so today we are finally heading away from the East Coast and traveling across the country to sunny California. Ironic since my younger brother was actually considering heading over there for college. I'm a little glad that this one was off of his radar because no offense to any of the students in CSU, but I personally do not think that he'd be able to handle this type of stuff, especially if he were to be the one that experiences anything himself. It may have only opened in 2002, but Camarillo's California State University on the Channel Islands is probably one of the most haunted colleges in the entire US. Maybe like top 30 or so. I wouldn't put it at the very top. The reason why this school is apparently so haunted is due to the fact that it was constructed on the site of a former state hospital, and it was notoriously known for having its mental health facilities between 1936 and 1997. Over 1,000 patients died in these institutes, some due to just dying due to old age, and others from malnourish and sickness, and clearly the shock therapy which was prominent in those times. Paranormal investigators have also visited the university's grounds, believing them to be an active location for supernatural ongoings, while students have experienced the former hospital's eeriness, as well as one mentioning of doors apparently locking themselves. Students have reported seeing the university's old residents wandering the grounds, the halls, and the streets of Cal State. Inmates are seen entering rooms which are empty upon investigation. Another inmate dances in the parking lot at night, only to fade away as he approaches the streetlights, which is really creepy. Even scarier are the fact that there are actually violent ghosts who will also throw objects, knock students over, and vandalize locked classrooms. Children's voices can also be heard throughout the children's center. Near the bell tower, an old woman can be seen asking for directions to a chapel, and another old woman can be seen wandering the halls. Now, to sum this all up, guys, this is actually something that I think is pretty common, and if anyone in the paranormal field is studying stuff that involves mental hospitals, especially those that were around in the 1900s or so, there are a lot of reports of patients just remaining after death, and the fact that they built a college right on top of the grounds of a mental ward, it's not surprising that things were to happen. In my hometown, there was a mental hospital that was torn down a few years back, and now there's like a park and like a recreational center there, and people do report seeing and hearing some things out in the woods as well as where the building used to stand itself. So I'm not surprised that any of this stuff happens, especially due to the fact that electroshock therapy was prominent in those times, and then 1,000 people died. That's a lot of people to die in one facility. So clearly there's going to be some residual energy that resides there, as well as just the fact that a lot of the people that were patients in these facilities were either mentally and physically disabled people who had, in some cases, experienced mistreatment during their time, and that could be cause for them to stay here into the afterlife. And then there's, just those that are just straight up crazy, but that's just not like a definite solid answer for staying here. Just another odd thing to have, and a spooky thing to have, because if you have a mentally deranged person in real life become a ghost and now it's haunting your college campus, I may transfer. But that's just me personally. I probably wouldn't be able to handle that type of stuff, even though I do want to investigate situations and locations like this, just not live in them for 4 years, especially since I'm in PA, so I'd have to live there. But I want to know what you guys' thoughts are. Do you think that this location is haunted? If not, why? And would you build a college on the location of a recently torn down mental facility where 1,000 people have died and may be buried nearby? I don't know where they're all buried. Leave those answers in the comments below, and stay tuned for next month's Paranormal College. I will let you guys know on Twitter and my Facebook what this college will be, and if you guys have any recommendations, leave those in the comments as well, or emailing me personally. Can't wait to see you guys next time, and I will see you soon. Thank you for staying with us to the end. If you enjoyed this journey, hit the like button down below and leave a comment in the comment section. I always consider suggestions for new videos and topics, so do not be shy. Also, do not forget to subscribe in order to stay up to date on all things unexplained. Until then, I hope to see you again next time as we take another trip into the realm of the unknown.